Tonight's broadcast of high school football action will start in 2 minutes. Tonight's broadcast will begin in 1 minute and 30 seconds. The Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show, getting you ready for high school football coverage on RoCo Radio, will start in 1 minute. Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show and Friday night football coverage under the lights will begin in 30 seconds. Friday night, under the lights, every single week. This is Friday Night Football on RoCo Radio, live from the gridiron to bring you the best of Moorhead, McMichael, Reidsville, and Rockingham County during the 2024 regular season. Football coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Shule's Home at 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scales Street, or Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. Friday Night Football Under the Lights is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness, Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. Tonight's coverage of high school football is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store, located at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Tonight's game is brought to you by Impex Chevrolet GMC, located at 2009 Barnes Street in Reidsville. When you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, look for the difference at Impex Chevrolet GMC. We have an unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you are sure to find just what you are looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers. That's Impex Chevrolet GMC at 2009 Barnes Street or at ImpexChevroletGMC.com. Friday Night Football coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash open 24/7 and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 4 years in a row. And Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcasts, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, including local meeting coverage, sports, local nonprofit news, events, and more, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. For a full list of programming and to watch live, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv. We now take you down to the press box with Jay Ramey and Jonathan Hatley for Friday Night Football action on RoCo Radio.
Hello and welcome into the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show. This pregame show is brought to you by the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Reidsville Visitor Center, located at 140 South Scale Street in downtown Reidsville. The Chamber has served as an advocate of the local community since 1914 and always aims for the betterment of Team Reidsville. And the Reidsville Visitor Center is the place to find information, brochures, maps, visitor guides, and information on what the great city of Reidsville and surrounding area has to offer. At the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, our goal is to help you grow your business and connect you and your business to the people, resources, and businesses that make our area the best place to call home. We love our town, we love our community, and to learn more about community events, information, and how the Chamber can support your business, visit reidsvillechamber.org or call 336-349-8481. I'm Jay Ramey. I've got Jonathan Hatley with me here. Hatley, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm enjoying the little bit of rain. We got a wet field. I said during the Gridiron show this week that I wanted to see a mud bowl, and it looks like we might get to see one.
Action-packed Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show coming up prior to an action-packed game of football between the Rockingham County Cougars and the Ben L. Smith Golden Eagles. Rockingham coming into this game with a 3-1 record despite averaging less than 13 points per game. Ben L. Smith on a 2-game losing streak coming into this one at Cougar Pride Stadium. Unfortunately, the quarterback, who has 4 touchdowns, 3 rush touchdowns, Luke Strittmatter, also put up 2 interceptions defensively, not as a quarterback, is sidelined with an ankle sprain. Parker Upchurch received some snaps earlier this year. 6', 190 junior will be at the helm for the Rockingham offense. Tonight's pregame show, we're going to have some words with Hatley on the Greensboro Auto Center keys to the game. We also have the Star Spangled Banner, and this is brought to you by the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce. Excited for tonight's game?
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing Rockingham County contain this Smith offense. Smith's offensive skill players are fast. Historically, they're fast. Smith, even when I was in high school, had a speedy team. And I watched their game against Atkins last week on NFHS, and I feel like Atkins underplayed a little bit in that game, and they missed some opportunities, and they should have won that game bigger than they did.
Hurricane Helene is impacting games across the country, and here in North Carolina, it's moved this game up to Thursday night at 6 o'clock. So we're not under the Friday night lights, but we're here on a Thursday, rainy game. You mentioned it might be a Bud Bowl, and Rockingham looks to improve to 4-1 under Coach Doug Robertson, the well-established head coach. He's been at about 6 different schools, in the top 40 in the state when it comes to all-time head coach wins amongst active coaches right now. Very experienced.
Oh, yeah, extremely experienced. And for his run-heavy offense, having these conditions will favor that. Since they don't throw a lot, they're planning on running the ball anyway, and you don't have to worry about slick balls on throws, squirting out of your receiver's hands, a lot of tips, that kind of thing. You just got to maintain your handle on the ball on those handoffs and on those pitches.
Coming into the season, one of the things Doug Robertson said was that he really likes the spread offense, but establishing the run with it, which can open up the pass. Coming into this game, they run about 4/5 of their plays are going to definitely be runs, but as he said about opening up the pass with those runs, every time they've completed a pass, it's averaging about 9 yards. They're only about 50% when it comes to completion percentage, but tonight we may see a lot more passing because Luke Strittmatter's legs aren't out there to help them out.
That's true. Parker Upchurch has got a big set of shoes to fill to make up for Strittmatter's offensive prowess. And I'm concerned about what they're going to do about replacing Strittmatter on the defensive side with him at defensive back.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be tough. Dealing with the loss of your quarterback is always difficult, but when it's a guy like Luke Strittmatter who also impacts the game defensively, it's even worse. I remember last year, just a sophomore, thinking, wow, this dude is awesome.
Yeah, he's a solid player, and an ankle sprain sidelining you, it's not something that you want to see. Depending on the level of the ankle sprain, Coach Robertson said before the game he was hoping to have him back by next week. But with ankle sprains, they're unpredictable. Mm-hmm. So Upchurch needs to be ready to step up this week and possibly next week. It's a big set of shoes to fill, like I said earlier.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Doug Robertson, we're about to get to an interview with him. Let's read his resume off real quick, and it'll take us a while. 2-time all-conference offensive lineman at Reidsville when he was a player. Then he went on to play at Guilford College. 2001 through 2008, he was the defensive coordinator for Reidsville, winning 4 state titles. And then from 2009 to 2011, he was the Reidsville head coach, and they won a state title. 2012, he was at Person County, and then from 2013 to 2017, he was at Eastern Guilford, where they went to the state title. 2018, 2019, they were with Thomasville, and then in 2021 through 2023, Robertson was at Page High School, and now he is with the Rockingham County Cougars. Said he prefers the feel of a small county team, and he's got a 3-1 start, 1-0 in conference play. He'll look to improve upon that. You can hear from him right now. I'm Jay Ramey of RoCo Radio, and I'm here with head coach of the Rockingham County Cougars, Doug Robertson. Coach Robertson, how do you deal with the speed of Smith? That's one of the few things we know about Smith coming into this game.
Yeah, certainly that worries you. Just got to contain them and make sure you're in the right place, and try to keep them boxed in and contained. Obviously, they have really good skill guys, so we got to make sure we're sound in what we do defensively and also offensively, trying to block guys with speed. So certainly spend a lot of time on that this week.
Conference play now picking up. Is there any adjustments your team is willing to make adding into this?
we got to put some more points on the board. We made it hard on our team not scoring many points, and we've been close. We're just a little bit here, there, block here, pitch here, handoff here, pass here, catch here. We're just not making those plays right now. So the adjustment will be start making them plays.
So you need the little plays because you're averaging less than 13 a game, but you're still 3-1. So
all that matters.
You've gotten away with it.
Yeah,
so far.
All that matters is points. We got to score one more point than they do, and I don't mind winning 3-0, 10-7, 10-3, as long as we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And
yes, sir.
The problem I have with the score or average right now is we've left some points on the field. We got to make sure we capitalize on those points tonight.
And switching gears, if you had to pick one breakout player, we're only 4 games into the season, but still, if you had to pick one breakout player, not that you didn't expect, but that has just really impressed, who would that be?
I would have to say, overall, I might say the position of offensive line. To think that some of our guys right now would be starting, they are starting. Maybe 6 months ago when I first got here, I didn't think that. But those 5 guys that really came together, it hadn't showed in the points yet, but I think those guys are starting to gel and come together and be one unit, which offensive linemen have to be. And I think that's going to be important moving forward as the offensive line continue to be leaders and get better.
You're exactly right. We've seen that make or break teams across high school football in this county all over the course of this year and many years prior.
Yeah.
That was Coach Doug Robertson. Thank you for the interview and good luck today.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show. Hatley, what'd you gather from that interview?
Coach Robertson knows what he needs to go out there and do tonight, knows what his team needs to go out there and do. He's got to contain Smith's speed. They're fast to the outside. They have really quick skill players, and their defense is quick off the ball. I noticed that in the Atkins tape. They're extremely quick off the snap. They like to anticipate the snap count. It costs them some penalties here and there. So, as long as the Cougars can stay disciplined, they should get some yards off the penalties against the Golden Eagles, and that'll help them in the long run.
You're exactly right. So let's talk a little bit more about Ben L. Smith. The Golden Eagles have hit kind of a rough patch in the program, haven't had a winning season since 2010, and just a year prior to that, Doug Robertson was winning a state title as a head coach at Reidsville. So it's been a long time since the Golden Eagles have had a winning season, and only once in the past 2 decades. Really need to turn it around right about now. New coach Montez Lash, fairly new, there hasn't been a winning season in the 5 coaches since he's been here.
Yeah, and Smith, back when I was in school, they were kind of the same kind of team that they are now. They were fast. They had very good skill players. They seemed to be a little bit bigger on the offensive line back then, and they had a pretty tough program back then. And I think they've got the potential to be a tough program, but they are in an extremely tough conference. And they're having to face up against teams like Rockingham County, Dudley, Eastern Guilford every year.
They had a good stretch around the turn of the millennia, which makes it sound like it was longer ago than it was, but they had about 4 years where they had winning seasons, but ever since then it's just been bumpy,
Yeah, and programs go through patches like that unless you're Reidsville. I mean, programs go through ups and downs. You know, you can look at most of the county teams, and they've had good years, they've had bad years, and Smith has just had a little string of bad years here. I'm sure that their coach is looking to turn that around.
They started off well, 2-0. They beat JF Webb 22-14, and then they beat Harding, who, well, let's be fair, Harding only 7-30 from 2020 to 2023, but a win's a win. They beat them 28-6. Then against Thomasville and Atkins, had 2 one-possession losses. Against Thomasville, it was 13-8. Thomasville seized the lead with 10 minutes to go in the fourth, and Ben L. Smith just couldn't put any offense on the board. And then at Atkins, you watch that game, run defense was kind of not there, and Rockingham's going to look to capitalize on that.
Oh, absolutely. Their run defense, they're heavy on the run blitz. They run a 3-4, and they had a tendency in that Atkins game to over-pursue their angles, and they were collapsing too quickly on the outside instead of staying at home. And when Atkins was able to get it around the outside, they were able to get big gains.
If you're just joining us, it's the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show. Rockingham County Cougars versus the Ben L. Smith Golden Eagles coming up in about 11 minutes. We'll also have the Greensboro Auto Center Keys to the Game by Jonathan Hatley coming up. Excited for this one. Hopefully we get to call some Sandy Cross touchdowns for the Rockingham County Cougars. Luke Stripmatter is injured. That's a storyline to look out for. The star quarterback tied for the lead in the conference when it comes to interceptions with 2 of them just 4 games in. This rivalry has taken place. This will be the 4th time in 4 years, and it was in 2021, 33-0. Rockingham blows Ben L. Smith out of the water. 2022, a little bit closer, low-scoring game, 14-8. Rockingham wins it again, and in 2023, they continued the streak, winning 29-13. So now Rockingham tries to get the victory over the Golden Eagles for the 4th time in 4 years, which would certainly be impressive. But it's a lot different than last year's game. You can't judge it based off that. As you can see by the scores, one was a 33-point game, one was a one-possession game, one was a 16-point game. Things change rapidly in high school football, and the only guy back who got a touch on the offense last year from this game is Jake Chandler, and he hasn't been the biggest factor for the Cougars. So completely new teams, new coach, Doug Robertson. It'll be an interesting one tonight.
Oh, definitely. And Rockingham's got to go out there and they've got to contain on defense. They've got to execute on offense, but they tend to be the favorite in these close games, and it's because of Coach Robertson's coaching and Coach Baker's coaching before him. They learned how to win these close games. Coach Robertson talked about that in our first interview of the season with him. You know, these guys are tough, they're scrappy, and they know how to win in these close situations.
And conversely, Ben L. Smith, they've lost the close games this year.
Right, and the games that they lost that were close, Atkins, they're not historically a big football program. Now, Thomasville, on the other hand, you're talking a multiple 1A state champion. And, you know, a 1A school coming and beating a 3A school. But Thomasville, I used to watch them not too long after I got out of high school when they were competing with Albemarle in that 1A conference that they were in. And T.A. McClendon was playing for Albemarle before he went to NC State. And those were some wars. Those games, they came down to the wire, it seemed like, every year. And it was a tough matchup, but Thomasville was always in the running for the 1A state championship then. They've fallen off a little bit in recent years, and, you know, 1A is going to go through Mount Airy. I hate to say it, but 1A is going to go through Mount Airy.
Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show. We've got the Star Spangled Banner coming up in just a moment, and Jonathan Hatley is going to give us the keys to the game for the Rockingham County Cougars as they seek their 4th win in 4 years against the Ben L. Smith Golden Eagles and their 4th win of Doug Robertson's tenure here in the 5th game of the season. Very excited for this one to get underway as there's about 7.5 minutes remaining. So Hatley, who do you think scores the first touchdown tonight for Rockingham?
Give me Christian De La Cruz. He's carried the ball up the middle effectively, and Smith struggled a bit with the up-the-middle plays against Atkins. Atkins just stacked their whole team in behind their offensive line and did almost like a tush push a la the Philadelphia Eagles for 2 straight plays and got 20-plus yards on that series in 2 plays just from quarterback sneak up the middle. So they are vulnerable up the middle on the run.
All right, that was Hatley's prediction. Tell us in the comments who you think scores the first touchdown for Rockingham. Hatley listed some of the contenders right there. So just tell us in the comments who you think scores the first touchdown for Rockingham. Luke Strickmatter would obviously be one of the main choices because he's got 3 rush touchdowns and a pass touchdown.
He would be the favorite if he were playing.
He definitely would. Brady Ross, the only guy with a receiving touchdown this year. Malachi Bryant, Christian De La Cruz, both have rush touchdowns. So, and also John Perez has a rush touchdown. Tell us in the comments who you think scores one. Maybe Parker Upchurch gets his first touchdown of the season. That would be interesting to see. Rockingham doesn't put all that many points on the board, averaging less than 2 touchdowns per game.
And
or just about.
And Coach Robertson's looking to turn that around tonight, and I'm sure he's got a game plan for it. But if they play up to their potential and Smith makes some of the same mistakes that I saw in the Atkins game, I think Rockingham's got a good chance at winning this.
So one thing National Anthem coming up. We'll pump that in here. Star Spangled Banner brought to you by Rockingham County Band. That was the national anthem here at Cougar Pride Stadium, and we've got about 4 minutes to go before the game gets underway. And Hatley's going to give us the keys to the game for Rockingham to pull off their 4th win of the season and their 2nd in conference play. Keys to the game brought to you by Greensboro Auto Center at 3800 Burlington Road in Greensboro. Come experience a new way to buy your next vehicle at Greensboro Auto Center, where car shopping is made easy with a vast selection of new and used cars, exceptional car care, and customer service with a smile. Our service center is also here to help serve you with oil changes, tire rotations, brake inspections, and anything else to extend the longevity of your auto investment. Greensboro Auto Center, open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And find us online at greensboroauto.com. So without further ado, Hatley, what are the keys to the game for the Cougars to win?
Well, everybody who's listening to our broadcast knows that I am a defense guy, so I will start with defense. What Rockingham County is going to have to do on defense is contain Smith's speed. They need good coverage from their defensive backs because their receivers are quick. Smith runs a spread, read option from the shotgun. They need to get inside pressure from the defensive tackles and seal the edges. Offensively, Smith runs a 3-4 defense with a heavy run blitz, but they tend to over-pursue their angles a little bit. They struggle against Atkins with large packages going straight ahead, so Rockingham County needs to pound the ball forward, push the line of scrimmage, and keep the ball moving. Special teams, Smith's punter tends to punt line drives, so it'll be a good chance for returns because there's not a lot of hang time if he can field them with this wet weather. You got to contain Smith's speed on their returns, but the kicking game could be a factor. Smith is not really effective on extra points or field goals, and the kicker for Rockingham County got a nice field goal last week.
Diego Martinez?
Yeah, Diego Martinez. He could be a factor tonight with the wet weather. You get him in range and he puts one between the uprights. That might be all it takes.
So do you think offense or defense matters more for the Cougars to win tonight? Which one matters more?
I think it's going to be defense. That's been Rockingham's strong suit all season. I think that's going to stick. I think their offense is going to get done what they need to get done like they have all season. And I think their defense containing Smith's speed is going to be the key.
Number 3, number 10, number 56, and number 4, the team captains tonight, Tyler Walker, Jake Chandler, James Gross, and number 56 unlisted, are going to be running things tonight as team captains for the coin toss. The teams shake hands as we are about a minute from kickoff. Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Reidsville Visitor Center, located at 140 South Scale Street in downtown Reidsville. The Chamber has served as an advocate of the local community since 1914 and always aims for the betterment of Team Reidsville. And the Reidsville Visitor Center is the place to find information, brochures, maps, visitor guides, and info on what the great city of Reidsville and surrounding area has to offer. At the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center, our goal is to help you grow your business and connect you and your business to the people, resources, and businesses that make our area the best place to call home. We love our town, we love our community. To learn more about community events, information, and how the Chamber can support your business, visit reidsvillechamber.org or call 336-349-8481. Today's game moved up about 25 hours. Was supposed to kick off tomorrow, but Hurricane Helene interfered with that. So now we set things up for a big Mid-State 3A conference matchup. Not a ton of fans in the stands, mainly because it's raining.
Yeah, the Hurricanes this hurricane season have just had other ideas as far as high school football. And from what I've seen from weather reports, there are 2 to 3 more storms that are trying to form in the Gulf right now that could affect us next week and the week after.
And you pray for everybody who's impacted by that from more than a football standpoint. But it does impact these teams as well. Rockingham will be kicking things off to start it off. Ben L. Smith will be receiving and moving left to right at Cougar Pride Stadium. Ben L. Smith with tan and green uniforms, white helmets. Rockingham in all black, black helmets, black jerseys, black pants, and a white paw print on their helmet as the kick is up.
With the kickoff.
And his knee was down at about the 27-yard line, so Ben L. Smith will have to drive about 73 yards to score early.
And that was the kind of kickoffs that we've been seeing a lot this year, just a across the other hash to the far sideline, up as high as you can get it, make the guy field it. And the guy went to field it, and he just had his knee down when he caught it. So he's down at the catch.
Here they go, lining up for the first play of the game here on Thursday night under the lights. 4 receiver set, 3 receivers near side, 1 far side, and he's got it back in the backfield. And it'll be a handoff for a gain of just about nothing right there. Darius Chukwamika is at the helm as the quarterback tonight. Chukwamika, the 5'11 junior, hands it off on the first play of the game for a small gain, maybe makes it a 2nd and 9 at their own 28. Chukwamika lines back up, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 receiver on the far side. They've got a tight end in there and a halfback in the backfield. Rockingham defense showing blitz, and they'll hand it off once again for about 2 yards, and he just gets stuffed.
Good tackling there. Good tackling. They tried to take it off tackle, counter left, and he was just met right at the line.
Impressive job right there by the Rockingham defense. That sets up a 3rd and long just a minute into the game. As
Cougars
there is a
defense
small
doing
crowd.
what the Cougar defense does.
Small crowd in the student section. Got a few fans out here. A couple of families on the Ben L. Smith side of the field. As Smith lines up once again with trips receivers on the near side, a split end on the far side, and there's a receiver in motion in the backfield. Here he goes, fakes the handoff. Chukwamika rolling out
Is that
to his
read
left.
option?
He's going to run, and he is brought down short of the
It's
line
going
to
to be
gain.
close. Looks like they marked it maybe a half a yard short.
I don't know if they had stopped his forward progress, but that's an earlier spot than I thought it would be.
It looked like that was about the spot that his knee hit, was at the 36.
Okay.
So we're 4th and short, and it doesn't look like Smith's bringing out their punt team.
In the NFL, the analytics tell you to always go for it on 4th and 1, but at high school football, I'm not sure. So single setback formation.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a sneak. He's under center.
And Chukwamika
Oh, that's a false start, I think. Saw the Smith
almost
guard
drew him
move.
offside.
And they're pleading their
Flag
case with the
flies on
officials.
the far side of the field after Jake Chandler jumps over the line.
He was drawn off.
And he was drawn off. You're exactly right, Hatley. So that'll back him up and make it a for sure punt unless they Dan Campbell / Bobby Martin it, which you think is just a dumb idea, but it works every time.
Works
You thought
every
you were
time.
going to get away with it, didn't you? Yeah. You thought I'd forgotten.
Oh, I know you'll never forget that one.
No,
You'll never
sir,
let me
buddy.
live it down.
No, sir.
That's okay. We know you hate kickers, so you'd fake every time.
No, you can't spread this. Stop. To all of our viewers on Rockingham Update or RoCo Radio, I do not have anything against kickers. And they fake it. They fake it again.
He stopped short.
Why do we
Did
keep
they get
seeing
progress?
fake punts? what is happening? A fake punt, and they turn it over on downs. They're not all Bobby Martin. They're not all Dan Campbell.
No, they
it
picked
didn't
up the
work that
first down.
time.
Or was it a turnover? They're moving up like it was a
Ben L.
first
Smith's
down.
offense ran off the field. It's at the 37, which would be the line to gain.
Yeah, it's a first down, Smith.
It's a first down. They spotted
It
for a
was
first
right at
down.
it.
This is, I don't even trust anything anymore. I don't, I have no football
Yeah, it looked
knowledge.
like Smith's offense had left the field like they didn't get it, and they had just enough.
Chukwamika lines up once again as
Met
he is
in the backfield
smashed.
by half of the Cougars team.
Oh, man. So, for the second week in a row, 4th down and long.
On the first
On your
offensive
own
series,
side of the field.
we see a fake punt.
No first downs yet, but they're going to go for it. And this time, it wasn't the 80-yard touchdown that we saw last week by DeQuay Matthews.
No, it was 7 yards of pushing the pile, and it was just enough.
But it keeps the drive alive. Man, I wish you would have said something about it being a dumb play again. That would have been hilarious.
No, I learned my lesson last week on that one. Smith's trying to run a new person on the field at offensive line.
Looks like there's some confusion as timeout is called by Ben L. Smith.
Yeah, they were about to take that delay of game penalty, getting that guy out there on to the field.
Looking for a fresh ice and water option that is ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan, 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. Visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville, located at 1509 South Scale Street or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden, located at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. So after some confusion on the line after their big first down, 4th and 6 completion, Ben L. Smith comes back onto the field. They've got a wingback, a halfback, and receivers on the near and far side of the field. Chukwuemeka fakes it, and he's going to run it himself. He gets across the 40, 45 on the near side, and he is brought down at about the 49. That'll be enough to move the chains for the second time tonight. They're eating this clock up. 4.5 minutes in, another first down, and they're not even on Rockingham's side of the field.
And they marked it at the 50. I think that was a little bit of a generous spot.
First down for the Eagles.
Starting the drive at the 27, then they go all the way to 4th and 1, fake a sneak,
and
false start, 4th and 6, and they go for it.
Rockingham's defense was in a 4-3 wide there. The outside linebackers were way out wide.
Trips receivers on the far side, 1 receiver near side, and a halfback. They've got a blocking tight end in there, and there's the first completion. No, it's not. It drops out of the hands of his receiver, Chukwuemeka. Not a bad throw. Hit him in the hands, and it just pops out on the far side of the field.
Yeah, if Rockingham had been looking for that, when that's a pick 6, it was
maybe if strip matters on the field.
It was thrown kind of light. It was thrown kind of light.
Pistol formation now with 3 receivers on the far side and 1 on the near side. Chukwuemeka going to hand it off this time, and he busts across the 45. That'll set him up for 3rd and manageable. After the incompletion forced to 2nd and 10. Now it'll be 3rd and 5.
7, Brady Ross. 3rd down.
Ross with a good open field tackle there.
Ross, the 5'10 junior, who has the only receiving touchdown for the Cougars this year. Once again, they've got a man in motion. Chukwuemeka almost drops the snap. He's going to juke to his left, rolling out of the pocket. A flag comes flying out as he is tackled into the sideline. There's a man down on the 50. It's a Cougar who steps back up gingerly.
Yeah, he got blocked viciously on that play.
That was Gage Rakestraw who got blocked. He's gotten an interception this year, also a fumble, as there is laundry on the field.
A personal foul on that block.
Personal foul on the offense.
Oh, he cracked back on him, and it was not a pretty hit at all.
Rakestraw jogs off the field, touching his right shoulder as he steps onto the sideline with the trainer. That moves Ben L. Smith back all the way to the 37, which is where they got their first down. So that sets up
Third and 20.
Yeah, 23. 3rd and 23 now. Chukwuemeka, he's got an arm on him. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Do you battle for field position here? He's not going to. Drops back. Rolling to his left. He's swarmed. He's going to make a dangerous throw. Almost interception.
Should have been picked. Should have been picked. Was
out
tipped.
Of the hands.
Brings up 4th down for the Eagles.
Rockingham had 4 interceptions coming into this game this season alone, and it could have been 5 right there. But now Ben L. Smith will line up to punt at their 37.
Yeah, having that wet ball, it's tough to hang on to some of those throws. And Rockingham's got 2 deep back to receive.
Brady Ross, number 7, James Thomas, number 11, at the 28-yard line.
So they're definitely setting up a return.
Here's the punt, and it'll
line drive.
Go to about the 30, and he is swarmed. Immediately after James Thomas, the sophomore, makes the grab, he is brought down at about the 33, so Rockingham's offense comes onto the field.
And that's at Smith's speed. You know, their gunner came through on that punt return, and he was at the ball about the time it was caught. Let's see what Parker Upchurch does with this Rockingham County offense here.
two backs with him, and Upchurch is going to keep it himself and then float it up there for a catch.
Good little option pitch.
And just a shovel
to De La
pass right
Cruz.
there.
Cruz the ball carrier.
Christian De La Cruz been very efficient for the team this year. 5'9", 165 junior has already tallied a rush touchdown and an interception, also a sack.
Look to be about a 7-yard carry on that.
That puts them at their own 40, moving right to left. Two receivers on the far side, a tight end, and two backs. Upchurch. The handoff goes just about nowhere. That sets up 3rd and short as Upchurch goes over to get the play.
No gain on the play. 3rd down.
Couldn't tell
Third
who the handoff went to on that one.
3rd and 3 set up here for the Cougars, wearing all black tonight, black helmets, black jerseys, black pants, gray numbers, and a white paw print on the helmets. 3rd and 3 looking for their first down of the night. Upchurch, quarterback keeper, and he breaks one tackle. Did he get there?
It's close. It's close. It's going to depend
They
on the
marked
spot.
it as a first down. He signals for the chains to move, and that's a one-way cafe first down. That first down is brought to you by One Way Cafe. And what happened here?
First down for the Cougars.
Did they call it back?
Smith.
Oh, timeout.
Oh,
Okay.
Ben L. Smith called a timeout
Okay.
after that play. He got just enough
So,
for the first down.
That was a first down, and it was brought to you by One Way Cafe, located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden. Join us for delicious coffee and fresh, made-to-order food Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. One Way Cafe, helping people love Jesus and everyone else.
Rockingham County with that read option. Upchurch made a good pitch on first down. De La Cruz had a good run to the outside on, and then Upchurch picks up the first down on 3rd down with his legs.
Once again, he has two running backs about half a yard behind him, one on the right side, one on the left side, and two receivers on the far side of the field. He will hand it off this time, but he's bottled up behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a tackle for loss on the Cougars. Cougars run the ball about 80% of the time. Doug Robertson doesn't aim to change anything here tonight against Ben L. Smith, who had trouble stopping the run when they played Atkins last week, a 6-point loss.
Yeah, I noticed when
Now they've got trips receivers on the near side. And that'll be a fake handoff to Jake Chandler, and Upchurch is brought down with a big sack back at the 32-yard line. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remain in the first quarter, and that'll set up a 3rd and very long.
it looks like about 3rd and 18.
Yep. 3rd and 18 as Upchurch runs back out with the play. We'll see how much Doug Robertson trusts his young quarterback right now. Trips receivers on the near side. They've got an extra tight end in there. Upchurch has a back beside him. Upchurch going to hand it off for field position as Jake Chandler busts through, and he keeps going.
It was a good
He
run by
made
Chandler.
something out of it. He got to about the 48, their own 48, that is. That sets up a 4th and about 5. Upchurch is back onto the field if they're going to fake this one. Upchurch at their own 40-yard line.
That carry was good for 14 yards.
Upchurch takes it. It is a fake. Wide open. No!
Oh!
He just
Overthrew
overthrew
him.
Brady Ross. Brady Ross had nothing ahead of him. If he makes that grab, he might score his 2nd touchdown of the year, but instead, Upchurch just overthrew him. So we've seen 2 fake punts, one of which works out and one of which doesn't. That sets up Ben L. Smith in fairly good field position at the
Church just
47-yard line of
airmailed
Rockingham.
Ross on that one. I'm not sure if it was the wet ball or, it's the first.
I think he
it's
got
his
nervous
first game at
and
quarterback.
overthrew it because that was wide open.
Oh,
You know,
he
you
had
sent-
nothing but grass ahead of him.
You sense the opportunity. And now Ben L. Smith lines up on Rockingham's side of the field. 47 yards to go.
Trying to get lined up. He doesn't get it off.
They tried to fake it.
Delay a game.
It was a weird formation.
He was just trying to get a snap off.
Remains first
They
down.
want to use their last timeout.
Not the best clock management when you've already used 2 timeouts less than 10 minutes into the game, and they'll have to eat that penalty and be backed up into their own territory. Now they're at their own 48. Rockingham with a 4-man front. And he's going to hand it off, and he is brought down. What a tackle by Jake Chandler at the 48-yard line.
No game.
And Chandler got into the backfield on that play and just brought the runner down.
Chandler's been a
Refused
force
to let go.
defensively.
Yeah, he's having a good game tonight.
Chukwuemeka lining up under center. He's going to hand this one off to number 17, who goes to his left, and he gets some good yardage on that one to set up third and manageable. It'll probably be about 5 yards away.
Yeah, Smith's throwing in a little wrinkle here. They're lining up with 2 to 3 backs in the backfield, and the quarterback's going under center where they had been running the spread out of the shotgun for most of the season.
Ball down to number 6.
So they've got 3 backs out there once again, and there's a man in motion. 2 men in motion. Rockingham's defense going to have to be on their heels. Rockingham, their defense has been their strong suit. And
This is looking like Wildcat.
no, he's in shotgun. He's going to take it. Can't find anybody, so he takes it himself, and
It's going to
he
be
gets
close
the
to
first
the first
down. I think he got there.
Yeah, they had Chukwuemeka lined up off to the left of center on that. That was more of a Wildcat type formation, and he just took the carry to the left side.
Incredible.
Stopped about a yard short.
And here's the play. First down is a run out to his right, and he keeps going, getting to about the 31.
And that'll be enough to pick it up.
17 ball carrier. Going to the right side, enough for first down for the Eagles.
Thank you guys for listening in. Rockingham trying to hold up defensively with Ben L. Smith at the 31-yard line and driving. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter on a Thursday night game as Chukwuemeka takes the high snap and hands it off immediately for a gain of about 2. Clock continues to wind down in the first quarter. 20 seconds now remain. 0-0 ball game. It's been a slow, methodical, run-based game as possession has only changed hands twice. And Ben L. Smith is going to take this one to the second quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store, located at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County. Celebrating our 36th anniversary, stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline and the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Now, what we didn't tell you is that before the game, we went or I went and got us some glass bottle sodas from Sandy Cross because I'm a little bit of a soda junkie, and everybody knows that glass bottle sodas just taste better than regular cans. And Sandy Cross has the best selection of sodas. It's like you're in Cracker Barrel right there. I mean, they've got the old stuff, but they've also got, I mean, it's weird that I know this, but you can't find Mountain Dew or Pepsi in a glass bottle online. And I found it today at Sandy Cross. And
that's amazing.
There's something I've been wanting to try. It's called Double Cola. And you were talking about liking Knee-High Peach, and I saw that they had that. So we've got Double Cola and Knee-High Peach in the press box. I'm drinking the Double Cola, and we're going to try it for you. Right now, Ben L. Smith lining up for second down at Rockingham's 30. Moving right to left. Chukwemeka lines out, and Rockingham just can't stop him. The flag flies. There's a yellow flag on the field. Far side at about the 30.
That's in the area of a hold.
Can't quite tell the number, but there's a flag on the
Yep, we got holding against Smith.
against the Eagles.
Back them up 10 yards on that one.
Oh, wow. So this is what, their third penalty of the night?
I believe so. Delay a game, a hold, and a personal foul on an illegal block.
All types of penalties. They're just collecting them.
Well, I noticed that was something else in the Atkins game. They tended to be a little bit less than disciplined. They gave up a lot of penalties in that game.
Quick huddle. They're rolling out fast, trying to misdirect this Rockingham defense, who has been stellar all season long. Aside from a Reidsville game that was poor, but they've carried them the rest of the way. And the throw across the middle to number 5, who rolls to his right before being brought down inside the 20. So for the first time tonight, the Golden Eagles are in the red zone.
That was a good pitch and catch from Chukwemeka to Gavin Palmore.
And here we go, first down at the 18, moving right to left. I feel like they've been breaking the huddle kind of at odd times to catch this Rockingham defense off guard.
Yeah, it seems that that's been their strategy, and they've had some odd snap counts and that
different
kind of
formations.
thing.
Now they're in pistol. The handoff up the gut, and he is smacked by a horde of Rockingham defenders. Well, anyway, back to the story. Double Cola is something I've wanted to try for a long time, but I didn't know where it was at. So I was excited when I saw it today.
I've seen it before, but I've never tried it myself, so you'll have to let me know how it is.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's like Pepsi, but like a little less sweet. And I'd have to drink more of it to like know, but it's good. It's like got a little bit of a punch to it.
And peach knee-high, if anybody's ever had it out there, you know what it is. It's carbonated, the flavor of Georgia.
So the second play is going to be a screen pass, and he gets inside about the 15. So now
Third down.
on the 14-yard line, it'll be a third down and about 6. They're lining up no huddle. Chukwemeka is in shotgun formation. 1 receiver on the far side, 3 receivers on the near side.
A little bit
no
of a hurry
tight
up,
ends.
trying to get.
And Chukwemeka over the middle, over the man's head. Wasn't able to get that to connect. And depending on how good their kicker is, or the offensive strategy of Montes Lash, they could be going for it here on 4th down and about 6 at Rockingham's 14-yard line.
I think this is 4-down territory after watching Smith's kicker in the Atkins game miss an extra point by just line driving it left to where it would have hit the pole vault pad out here at Rockingham.
So for the second time tonight, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Last time they did it, it worked out. Chukwemeka with 4 receivers set and a man in motion in the backfield. No tight ends. He rolls out to his right, almost tripped up by a Rockingham defender. He keeps rolling.
Get him.
He almost got there. We'll have to wait for the referee's signal.
Number 2 on the keeper up the right side.
It looks like they marked it a first down.
And
first down for the Eagles.
waiting for the official word, they flip that chart to a number 1 for another first down by the Golden Eagles, just devastating for the Rockingham defense. Rockingham prides itself on its defense. You don't usually win a game when your offense only scores 9 points, but that's what they did last week against Southern Guilford. Then 2 weeks before that, they beat Moorhead 13-7, and in the first game we broadcasted together, 22-12 defensive showcase.
Yeah, their defense has been
Chukwuemeka hands it off. The ball's out. The ball's
solid
out.
most of the year.
Who's got it? Who's got it? Inside the 10, there's some anger amongst Rockingham fans, and
I think we got a Rockingham player injured. He's coming off the field under his own power, but seems to be holding his.
And the offense was running out onto the field, and now they're in hurry up trying to get the play off. Chukwuemeka with a sneak, but timeout was called by Rockingham. They are super upset about this one. We saw the ball out. They are convinced it's their ball. And they call timeout. Doug Robertson some words with the official. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s for good food. Stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. And an irate Rockingham Cougars defense lines back up after an almost fumble recovery. Chukwuemeka lining up under center, single setback, 2 receivers set.
And they're stacked in there in the goal line set.
They bring in the tight end. Here they go. And
looks like he was stopped short again.
Stopped. Helmet flies off of one of Ben L. Smith's players, so he'll jog to the sideline. That sets up down number 3, 3rd and goal.
That's a loss on that play.
A significant loss. That puts him at a 3rd and 4. But it's 4-down territory.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You got 4 yards to the goal line.
Clock continues to roll.
Rockingham's defense back up against the wall. They're stepping up right now.
Thank you guys for listening in. It's Thursday night football, 6 o'clock football. Rockingham Cougars trying to complete a goal line stand. And timeout is called by Ben L. Smith. 0-0 ball game. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they are the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness, Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit ancoracc.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support your local football teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Rockingham's defense lines back up as Ben L. Smith is slow to break things up. For those of you listening on Rockingham Update, thank you. Thank you for Rockingham Update broadcasting with us. It's Friday Night Football on RoCo Radio on a Thursday night. And we might see a QB sneak from
sneaking
Chukwuemeka
here, but I'm looking for trickery. This might be going outside.
And no, he's going to take it himself, and he's brought down, but there's a penalty marker on the far side of the field immediately. Chukwuemeka got maybe no yards, and it's a false start. For the 3rd time this drive, they shoot themselves in the foot and get brought back a few yards. So after lining up with a big 1st and goal, an almost fumble occurs, and now they're backed up to the 9-yard line, moving right to left into that Rockingham end zone. We haven't seen a downpouring of rain. I'm kind of glad this game got moved up, maybe so we can beat that rain. Soggy field. We were on it prior to the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce pregame show, but it hasn't seemed to affect the game too much.
Yeah, between the hashes, the field was pretty spongy. It could affect footing later in the game.
And Zebra calls the playoff. One of the center is going to have to move off the field. They bring in a new one.
Wonder if he possibly had an equipment malfunction or something.
So they bring in a new center, and the chemistry between a center and a quarterback is like a pitcher and a catcher. You don't want to have that happen on a 3rd and goal at your own 9. Chukwumika, 4 receiver set, 1 man in the backfield, and he's going to roll out of the pocket. He darts it in there, but nobody's home. He throws it out of the end zone on the left side, so that sets up a 4th and goal from their own 9.
Yeah, Chukwumika was running for his life from the Rockingham County defense. That looked more like a throwaway than a pass attempt.
Chukwumika and the Golden Eagles offense are 2 for 2 on 4th downs tonight, and now is when it matters most. At the 9-yard line, 4th and goal, Chukwumika lines up in pistol formation. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 receivers on the far side, and there's a man in motion, using a lot of motion in that offense tonight. Chukwumika, no tight ends out there to block. He's going to roll out, and he's swarmed by defenders. Breaks the tackle, but he is brought down. A goal line stand by the Rockingham County Cougars defense.
Rockingham County takes over, 1st and 10.
What a job.
Yeah, Rockingham County's strength all season has been their defense, and they stepped up and produced big here to goal line stand.
A 6.5-minute drive ends with 8 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the second quarter. Rockingham taking over at their own 8-yard line. Moving left to right.
And now Rockingham needs to dig their offense out of this hole that they're in.
You've got to. They've got a good O-line. That's what Doug Robertson told us in the pregame. And
that's not a good start.
That play implodes. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Broken play in the backfield.
That sets up a 2nd down and long. Thank you guys for listening in, whether it be on RoCo Radio or Rockingham Update. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go. 0-0 ball game. We've seen 4 fourth down conversion attempts, and 2 of which have been successful, 1 of which was unsuccessful and just came up with Rockingham having a goal line stand inside their own 10.
And Rockingham,
2 receivers on the near side.
they haven't possessed the ball very much tonight as far as the offense. It's been the defense out on the field the majority of the night.
Flag comes flying out right before the play gets anything going.
Let's see what the call was.
To your point, it's only been 3 minutes, 22 seconds time of possession for Rockingham coming into this drive.
False start on the Cougars.
So that'll move them half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance.
Very first play wasn't all that much. And then to be moved all the way back. Did Ben L. Smith decline the penalty? Oh, they moved him back. Okay. So third down at about the 6. Upchurch in the backfield. He's going to hand it off, and it's dropped. It's a fumble. Ben L. Smith recovers at the 5-yard line.
Smith recovers. First down for the Eagles.
Elias Wall is going to make the recovery at Rockingham's 5. Upchurch hands it off, and the snap is just fumbled.
Yeah, wet field, slick ball. Those exchanges can get a little bit hairy, and he just dropped the exchange on that one.
And to your point about their time of possession being low, that drive only lasted 1:03. And oh no!
Chukwuemeka is planted on that one.
He was absolutely destroyed by a Rockingham County Cougar
Got the throw
right
off.
after the ball came out. NFL, that might be roughing the passer, but they're a little bit liberal on that.
Well, he hit him in the body like you're supposed to, and he definitely
Right
hit him
after the
as he
ball
was
came out.
throwing. It was
Right
beautiful.
I don't know how I like the way you described that. So pistol formation, 2nd and 5, the handoff. He's not going to get into the end zone, but it's a quality run right there to set up 3rd down and goal from about the 3-yard line. For the second time tonight, Ben Smith in the red zone.
Cougar fans, we need to stop. Get on your
6
feet.
minutes and 35 seconds remaining. Ben Smith driving left to right, and he's brought down. They tried to do the Philly special.
QB sneak bump down in the backfield.
Eagles sneak into the end
Fourth down
zone
for the Eagles.
that they always do.
Eagles trying to be Eagles.
Oh, man. That Philadelphia Eagles sneak, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, it is good to see that not succeed. I mean,
Without a doubt.
4th down and goal. Could this be their second goal line stop? Chukwuemeka bottled up. He rolls out. The ball's out.
There's no way he got that. He was down.
And Rockingham does it again.
Downs.
Takes over 1st and 10.
Back-to-back turnovers on downs inside the 10-yard line. Goal line stand number 2 in the span of 3 minutes for the Rockingham County Cougars.
That Cougar defense stepping up hard tonight.
0-0 ball game, 5:59 to go.
Now they've got to get something going on offense. You're pinned back at your own 2.
And that drive lasted exactly a minute, and they got 2 yards.
Timeout.
Timeout called. An entertaining game we're seeing tonight. Ooh, I need to cool down. Maybe some ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that is ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan, 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. Visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville, located at 1509 South Scale Street, or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden, located at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice. Great tasting fresh ice is available 24/7 at all 4 locations, 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. So the Rockingham offense comes back onto the field, and Rockingham's defense has been the story of the year, and this is why. Back-to-back goal line stands in the span of 3 minutes. Now Upchurch in his own end zone is going to hand it off, just trying for field position, and the ball's out! The ball's out!
It looked like they were blowing it dead on progress before it came out.
Because that could have been 7 points on the board, or 6 points on the board for the Golden Eagles, but they spot it at the 4-yard line. So Rockingham's offense gets to stay on the field. A lot of football has been played between those 10 yards right there this quarter. 5.5 minutes to go until halftime.
And the rain's starting
0-0
to
ball
pick
game.
up.
Yep, it's raining hard here at Cougar Pride Stadium. Upchurch in his own end zone, shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the near side. He's going to hand it off. No, he fakes it. He faked me out too, and he gets to the 7-yard line. That'll set him up for a 3rd down in slightly better field position.
Well, they mark him down at 9. Good run by Upchurch.
3rd down.
As the rain is really picking up here.
Along with the wind. We got these tents right up in front of our position here in the press box, and the wind acts almost like it's going to pick them up off the ground.
Upchurch with 2 backs, 2 receivers on the far side, and they almost drew him off sides. He's going to float it up there on a screen play, trying to make something out of it, but he will not get anywhere close to that line to gain. Rockingham really struggling offensively as they bring on the punt unit.
Little deception there, just fake the handoff up the middle, float it to the outside on the swing pass, but Smith was ready for it.
So here we go. Punter is in his own end zone. Rockingham will be punting left to right.
Yeah, we were watching.
They've got a return man at about the 40-yard line. That punt floats up to the 30 and takes a Smith bounce.
Flags.
Out of bounds.
Around the 30, but there's multiple flags on the play.
Now, with how Rockingham's defense is looking, we were talking before the game about the short punt formation. Do we play for field position?
At this point, it might not be a bad idea.
We're referring to like before even Super Bowl era when the game was so defensively minded, teams would punt on 2nd and 3rd down just for field position.
Yeah, doing quick kicks and that kind of thing. And with the way the defense is playing, you know, they force a good turnover and get some good field position. It could definitely impact the outcome of this game. We're waiting on the call from the officials. We have multiple flags down.
As Hatley has already downed that entire knee-high peach soda. That is gone.
And it's good stuff.
I mean,
10-yard penalty.
Reminds me of peach cobbler, only a little bit sweeter.
The double cola is great. It's the opposite. It's like less sweet than like Coke, but it's got a punch. It's so good.
Looks like they backed Smith up 10 yards on the return for holding.
So they've got 2 slot backs and a 4-receiver set, 1 halfback. He's going to step back and make the throw across the middle. Pops out of the the receiving man's hands.
Second down for the Eagles.
Rain coming down big here at Cougar Pride Stadium in Wentworth as we've got a 0-0 ball game with 3 minutes 46 seconds remaining. Ball spotted at Rockingham's 40, but their defense has been otherworldly tonight.
Yeah, 2 straight goal line stands.
Here's 2nd and 10 from Rockingham's 40. Chukwumika in pistol. He's going to hand it off, and a great run into the A-gap right there. He might be just a yard or 2 short.
It looks like he got about 6 on it. That was a good straight-ahead run. He just kept legs pumping, and it took multiple Cougar defenders to bring him down.
3rd and 4, high snap. He one-hand catches it, and Chukwumika will roll out of bounds after making an Odell Beckham play in shotgun formation.
27, first down for the Eagles.
Hey, the fact just that he came down with that ball was an impressive play.
Incredible. So that sets up a first down. Rockingham's defense has been good when it matters the most, but 3rd down and 4th down, Ben L. Smith has been very impressive when it comes to converting those, unless they're inside the 10-yard line, and then things don't really go their way.
Hey, you'll take a turnover on downs every series.
Oh, yeah. 3 minutes, 18 seconds remain. Chukwumika in pistol formation once again. Once again a high snap, and he almost brought down number 0, but 0 rolls back out, and what a job right there.
Broken play, and he
by Golden Eagles.
Got back up to the line of scrimmage somehow. Might have even gained a yard.
If you don't have the luxury of sitting in the press box and you're a Rockingham fan, they're all putting on hoods and putting up umbrellas out there as the rain begins to pour. 3 minutes to go in the first half. 0-0 defensive-minded ball game as Ben L. Smith sets up for 2nd down and about 10. Chukwumika, good snap that time. He's going to throw it all the way to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone!
Touchback, Rockingham! What a pick!
James Thomas, the 5'10", 160 sophomore, with his first interception of the season.
What a great play. Read that deep pass, timed his jump perfectly right to where he got it at the peak. Just classic defensive back play.
And the past 2 drives for Ben L. Smith in good field position have lasted a total of 2 minutes and 2 seconds. No scores on the board despite being inside the 10-yard line twice. And that time, that throw to the end zone was just picked off. A great job by James Thomas. Upchurch with the handoff, and he breaks through to about the 25.
Number 4, Jake Chandler, the ball carrier. Gain of 5, Second down for Cougars.
And they've got trips receivers on the near side, moving left to right, a handoff for the second time, and Jake Chandler is going to get just about 2 yards short, setting up a third down.
That's enough for a first down for the Cougars.
Oh no, they call it a first down and move the chains. That first down is brought to you by One Way Cafe.
Good gain on that one.
One Way Cafe, located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden. Join us for delicious coffee and fresh, made-to-order food Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. One Way Cafe, helping people love Jesus and everyone else. Upchurch is going to hand it off, and Jake Chandler steamrolls a man.
Number 4, Jake Chandler, the ball carrier again.
And that's just about one of the most entertaining 4-yard rush gains I've seen.
Yeah, I love to see a good straight-ahead run like that. Reminds me of Mike Allstott.
Thank you guys for listening in. 0-0 ball game. Rockingham's defense has been hard to describe how good they've been. Fumbled snap, Upchurch falls on it as a flag comes flying out. And that'll be false start on the offense.
False start against Cougars.
1 minute 13 remain in the half. Cougars with back-to-back goal line stands inside the 10, and then an interception, the first of his high school career by James Thomas. A fantastic job, but with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining, we might go to the half with a 0-0 ball game. Second down, ball spotted at the 31. Line to gain is the 42 as they are slow to break the huddle. It's now 52 seconds remaining, and the clock keeps ticking. Upchurch with 2 backs, 2 receivers on the far side, and a flag comes flying out.
Delay a game.
Are they planning on taking this one to half where they'll be receiving the ball?
Oh, they granted Rockingham the timeout on that one.
Okay.
I saw the flag fly from the back judge like it was a delay of game, but apparently they got the timeout in time.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s for good food. Stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the traffic circle.
And we've got an update on the score of our cross-county game being covered by our co-commentators, Joe Dexter and David Woods. West Stokes is now up 14-0.
And the drop snap, he hands it off, got an opening, he gets to about the 32
Good jet
and
sweep
is
there.
smacked
like
down.
Ross on the carry.
It looks like they're just playing for halftime where they'll be receiving the ball. As the rain continues to pour, we've got a puddle on the track. And 30 seconds on the clock. They could take this one to half if they feel like it. Parker Upchurch yet to receive his first touch, yet to pass for his first touchdown this year. Luke Stripmatter is out with ankle soreness after spraining it. Rain is pouring, sun set.
2 backs in the backfield with Upchurch.
And 5 seconds to go. They'll run the ball up the middle before he's brought down.
And they're going to take it into halftime.
That'll take us to half. 0-0 ball game, but way more entertaining than the scoreboard. Hadley, what'd you see?
Well, it's like I said, in the keys to the game and what we were talking about in the pregame, the Cougar defense has been the story. And I knew it was going to take a great defensive effort to keep them in this ball game, and right now it's their defensive effort that has kept them in this ball game.
We've got sodas in the press box from yours truly, the Sandy Cross General Merchandise Store. We did have sodas in the press box. Now it's singular because Hatley downed his entire knee-high peach that he talked about loving so much. That's like the rarest of the knee-high sodas that are out there.
It's the one that I've always had the most trouble finding.
but Sandy Cross sells that, and also double cola. I mean, I love soda. That's something I've wanted to try for a long time, and then went to Sandy Cross today, and they had it in stock. And tonight's game is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store located at 164 Boone Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County. Celebrating our 36th anniversary, stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. And it's very close to here. I was able to drop by there right before coming to the game, about 3 or 4 miles away from here. So if you're a Rockingham fan tuning in and you're around this area, you can easily swing by Sandy Cross, get yourself a soda, get yourself a snack, get some gas. It's a great store.
Yeah, I used to drop by there once in a while when I was still working in Greensboro and was taking the route that you go out Church Street extension to get there, going out past the Woods of Terror and all that stuff. It was just a good back route to take. I like to vary up my route here and there, get a little change of scenery.
I'm glad it's not on like the way to school for me, because I'd be stopping by there every day. I mean, it would be trouble. It would.
Right.
I don't think I could handle that.
That's like we were talking about in our group chat with Joe, David, and you and me. And I said, once they get that Buc-ee's in Mebane, that's a recipe for me to gain 50 pounds.
Boy. 7 minutes, 44 seconds to go. We'll recap the half if you're just joining us on RoCo Radio or Rockingham Update. But first, a word from our partners.
When you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, hey, this is Tom Russell, General Manager at Impex Chevrolet GMC in Reidsville. That would be unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you're sure to find just what you're looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers, Impex Chevrolet GMC. Look for the difference. On Barnes Street in Reidsville and at ImpexChevroletGMC.com.
Thank you to Impex Auto Sales. We've got a short halftime, 6 minutes, 53 seconds to go. Umbrellas are up. The hoodies are on. It is raining down hard here. A 6 o'clock start time on a Thursday. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining.
And I'm loving the PA booth up here, playing all the songs about rain. It's just great.
This reminds me of the Luckies when Joe Dexter was their PA guy and he would play the music and stuff. Whenever we'd have something like this, he'd have to play music for the occasion. And rain is just pouring down. There's a few football players just swimming back to the locker room. Not literally, but it's raining hard. There's only so many ways you can describe rain.
Well, I'll tell you, the track's pulling up.
Yep.
We could, maybe by tomorrow, we could have swim practice out here.
No, it's not thundering that I've heard. So I'm happy to see a game from the comfort of a press box. Do you guys remember the Dolphins game last year? I think it was the Dolphins when they were like having touchdown celebrations and they would like slide in the rain with the water on the field. It was awesome. Now, as a player, you probably don't love it, but as a viewer, it's fun to watch.
I guess it depends on what kind of player you are. I always enjoyed playing in the rain for some reason.
And you were a kicker, which is odd.
Right. It made the ball a little bit heavier and it made it harder to handle.
Harder to deal with, probably, and this is just my opinion, for me would be the preparation going into the game, them smacking it on a day earlier and then switching the game time up, because there's certain quarterbacks, like Kirk Cousins is one of them in the NFL. They like systems, and every Friday night, I've got this game, so I can practice this day and this day and this day. And to be a high school football player, you have to be flexible, but it can get difficult moving the game up for some of these players.
Right, shortening your preparation by a day, you might miss a day of your regular practice where you're doing run-throughs. You might miss a day where you're doing contact practice, or you might miss a day of film.
No,
it just depends on when they decide to move the game.
It does impact both teams, and obviously this was something we were looking at for a week in advance. We knew that this was going to be a factor, so the teams probably knew it. All right, to recap, that dynamic first half is 0-0, but much more entertaining than the scoreboard suggests. First drive of the night, Ben L. Smith, after Rockingham wins the toss and defers, they take a long 6-minute, 17-second drive. They go for it on 4th down with a fake punt inside their own 20, which seems to be a common trend for games Hatley and I commentate, and they make it good. But Rockingham eventually gets the ball back at their own 37. They drive it into Ben L. Smith territory, but at their own 47, they are going to fumble the ball, and or they're going to turn it over on downs. And after that, Ben L. Smith eventually gets the ball and drives all the way inside the 10, a massive goal line stand by Rockingham. Rockingham doesn't do anything offensively, and Ben L. Smith, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rockingham fumbles the ball inside their own 10, right?
Yeah.
And then Ben L. Smith
and gave the ball to Ben L. Smith.
Ben L. Smith
inside the 5.
Takes it and gets nothing. Rockingham's defense doing a great job defensively, and to add to that, when Rockingham takes the ball, can't get anything going, they punt it off. Ben L. Smith, big throw from Trukamika, who we know he can make that throw, puts it in the hands of James Thomas, who gets his first interception of his high school varsity career.
Yeah, and that was a very impressive interception. You know, that was classic what you're taught as a defensive back. You read the ball out of the quarterback's hand, you go up and you get it at the highest point that you can go and get it, and that's exactly what he did.
All right, thank you guys for listening in. 2.5 minutes, we'll be back for the second half of action. 0-0 ball game at Cougar Pride Stadium as the Cougars look to improve to 4-1 and 2-0 in conference play over the Ben L. Smith Golden Eagles. Welcome back in. 10 seconds from the third quarter beginning. Rockingham Cougars and Ben L. Smith in a defensive battle. 0-0 ball game. And we are ready for the second half. Rockingham Cougars will receive 0-0 score. Thursday night football, and no, it's not on Amazon Prime. It's on RoCo Radio and Rockingham Update as Ben L. Smith and the Rockingham Cougars battle it out in a mud bowl, Cougar Pride Stadium. That's what you were looking forward to, Hatley?
Yeah, defensive battle, mud bowl. I'm loving it, and I think this is probably going to be a whole lot better game than the one on Amazon Prime tonight. As much as I hate the Dallas Cowboys, they're playing the New York Giants, and I expect the Cowboys to win, as much as I hate to say it.
Well, as a Cowboys fan, expecting the Cowboys to win has never done me any good, so...
That only counts in January, Joe.
I'm going okay. So I'm just going to watch the game tonight with nerves-wracking, but tonight we're focused on the big game in Rockingham County. Wentworth-based Rockingham County Cougars with Doug Robertson as the coach, trying to win this one without Luke Strittmatter. And the good thing about being a defensive-minded team when your star quarterback's out, but also Luke Strittmatter got 2 interceptions of the 5 this season on defense, so it's impacting them all around. But this defense has been stellar, limiting them to 0 points despite 3 or 4 drives into their territory, just doing a fantastic job all around defensively. But Parker Upchurch really has to get this offense going. They've only gotten about 2 or 3 first downs.
Yeah, and James Thomas stepping up in the defensive backfield with that interception. Jake Chandler's been stepping up, playing good on the defensive interior from linebacker. It's been a next man up mentality, and Rockingham has stepped up in every situation that they've been put into defensively. Mm-hmm. Now their offense just needs to get something going.
Minute 38 as they added some time to the halftime as the rain continues to pour at Cougar Pride Stadium. Cougars versus the Golden Eagles as the referees gather in their end zone. Rockingham team in good spirits on their own sideline as Ben O. Smith warms up in the right end zone. Thank you guys for listening in, whether it be on RoCo Radio's Facebook page or Rockingham Update or on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for listening in. We've got a second half. If it's as action-packed as the first, it'll be a 0-0 ball game at the end of it. No, but we have seen some action. Saw an interception, back-to-back goal line stands that got us on our feet as there's 50 seconds remaining in the half. Hatley, you give your keys to the game. How have they measured up to that?
Well, defensively, they've done exactly what they need to do. They've given up some medium distance plays to the outside, but they've done a good job containing Smith's speed. They've contained their pass game really well, but their offense just hasn't been able to get anything going, it was the jumbo packages and the larger sets going handoffs up the middle where Atkins really hurt Smith for a few plays in their previous game. And if Rockingham went to a package like that and went straight ahead with it, I'd be curious to see what they could do against this Smith defense.
If you listen to our pregame show, Doug Robertson said he doesn't mind winning 3-0, and they might have to do that tonight. 0-0 ball game as it is continuing to rain here in Wentworth, about 72 degrees, as it should be raining for the rest of the night. 7-mile-per-hour wind at Cougar Pride Stadium.
Yeah, it's gusting heavier than that, judging by these tents blowing around.
18-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and we'll see if that impacts the kickoff at all.
From what I've seen of Smith's kickoff game, from when they were kicking off against Atkins, it was low line drive type stuff. They like to squib it.
Had to close the windows in the press box due to rain. I wish we had some windshield wipers. That would help us out here.
It would definitely help the visibility a little bit.
And here's the kick.
Yeah, he set the ball on its side. He's going to squib it.
And maybe you have to do that as they struggle to fall on it. It takes 3 men, but Rockingham County Cougars recover. They'll be starting this drive at their own 38-yard line, moving moving left to right.
And Ben L. Smith's kicker laid the ball on its side with the laces facing toward the direction he wanted to kick and kicked it from the ground. I used to see the U.S. Naval Academy kick off like that a lot.
We might need the Navy. These pools keep
They're going to have to bring out a ship.
3 receivers set on the near side, nobody on the far side, as Upchurch fakes a handoff and takes it himself. Stays up, and it takes 3 guys to push him out of bounds.
Good carry by Upchurch.
Nice job right there. I think he gets about 3 yards.
That looks about right with the spot.
Now, it felt like more because he was in shotgun formation, so he really extended that play. They'll spot it at the 39, which will make it about a 2nd and 8, would you say?
2nd and 8, 7. Somewhere in that range.
2nd and 87 coming up. 11:23 to go.
Call it 7.5.
As Rockingham lines up with trips receivers on the near side once again. Upchurch rolling out. It looks like he's going to keep it himself. Tucks the ball and keeps going. A nice block. He's across the 50, 45, 43-yard line. What a job by Upchurch. He gets about 20 yards on the design quarterback run for a one-way cafe first down. That first down brought to you by One Way Cafe, located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden. Join us for delicious coffee and fresh made-to-order food Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. One Way Cafe, helping people love Jesus and everyone else. Rockingham lining up at the 42.
And if my numbers are right, Jay, that's just Rockingham County's 3rd first down of the night on offense.
Upchurch rolling to his left now. Another quarterback draw.
Oh, and we got flags in the backfield. 2 flags
fly out. He gets the first down, but this may be coming back. There were 2 pieces of laundry on the field.
They brought in number 11 at quarterback.
Wow.
James Thomas.
Already got an interception, and now he's making an impact offensively.
Well, we saw his speed on that pass interception and in coverage. So, you need fast, you need speed out there, and you need a good set of legs.
Yeah, I thought it looked different than the first half.
Yeah.
So James Thomas is going to line up. Nobody on the near side of the field as he hands it off, and that man is hammered at the 44-yard line. Rockingham moved back into their own territory, and that sets up 3rd and about 30 or 20. 3rd and 20.
And 22, 23.
The rain is pouring down in Wentworth with 9:40 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And correction, is 2nd down and 23.
Oh, because the play was whistled dead. Okay. Here he goes. James Thomas, first-time quarterback, is going to throw a screen pass, breaks a tackle, and puts them at the 50.
Oh, that looked like Upchurch on the throw.
Far side of the field. Yeah, that was Upchurch.
3rd down for Cougars.
You've got to bring Upchurch in when it comes to throwing the ball. But James Thomas has that speed when it comes to running it. So we may see two quarterbacks out here, kind of like what Moorhead does.
Yeah, I mean, we might see a Wildcat formation. You can never tell with Coach Robertson.
And that's what a good coach does.
He's always got a trick up his sleeve.
4 receivers set now, 3 on the near side as they set up for 3rd and 16. That's Upchurch. Throws it, floats it. What is it? He got it. He keeps going. He's going. He tips it into his hand. He's going. Sandy Cross General Merchandise score.
What a pass!
3rd and 16. He throws it right into his receiver's hand, who tips it to himself and has nobody in front of him. 6-0 Rockingham Cougars. The fans erupt. The sideline is cheering as Parker Upchurch is going to kneel down for an extra point. A fantastic job. The kick is down the pipe. No good, no good. I think it was wide left.
It's hard to tell from our angle.
A 3-minute, 9-second, 5-play drive. Marred by a penalty and then finished off with a beautiful 3rd and 16. One-handed tip to himself touchdown.
Who was the receiver that caught that pass, Jay?
I'm not exactly sure. Brady Ross.
Brady Ross. Just a beautiful catch.
Oh my goodness. So now Rockingham holds a 6-0 lead. The offense has been the problem this year, and they finally put some points on the board to match how good their defense has been.
I don't know that I would call it a problem, Jay. They've done just enough to get the job done. If you win by 1 or you win by 100, it's still a win.
So Brady Ross, who had the only receiving touchdown this year for the Cougars, gets his 2nd of the year, and Parker Upchurch comes back in and finishes the job with a beautiful 3rd and 16, stepping up into the pocket, not worrying about the pressure throw for a touchdown. As he bobbles it and falls down onto it on the kickoff. So with 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go, Ben L. Smith will line up at their own 33.
That was another good kick from Bjorkheim, going from the far hash to the near sideline. Just a lot of air under it, and the Ben L. Smith player had trouble handling the kick. Almost gave the ball right back to Rockingham, but he was able to jump on it as he bounced it off his chest.
It's a rainy day, but that's not the mood here in Wentworth, as Rockingham's fans are into it. 6-0 lead with 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the 3rd. And up the middle, he is bottled up by that defensive line. Ben L. Smith will be moving right to left here in the 3rd quarter as they aim to put their first points on the board, but they failed. Both times they went to the red zone.
Yeah, looked like a no-gainer on that one.
2nd and 10 at their own 34. 33, excuse me, as the line to gain is at the 43. 8:17 to go. Right foot forward for the quarterback, who's going to toss it on a jet sweep, and he's going to get almost to the first down line, but just short, unless they give him forward progress. But I don't think he made it across that line.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the spot, which the officials tonight have been a little bit generous with the spots towards Smith. But it looks like he's marked about 2 yards short.
RCHS. Their defense is now trying to stop Ben L. Smith on a 3rd and 3. Is it 4-down territory, though?
With the way Smith's been playing tonight,
yeah, but they weren't losing heading into this. This is the first time they've been on a drive where they're behind, and now Parker Upchurch has proven himself.
A little bit of a high snap.
And he's going to weave his way in and out of traffic. He's going to make something out of this. Keeps going west to east and then sliding down before being helped up by a Rockingham player.
And we got a flag down.
What should have set up a 4th and about 5 may be coming back. And it may be moving the chains.
A personal foul face mask against Rockingham.
Oh, no.
15-yard penalty, but it's enough for a first down for the Eagles.
15-yard penalty moves it all the way to Rockingham's 44-yard line with 7:05 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and I missed where that face mask happened.
First drive of the half for Rockingham was their first score of the half. Some nice runs by James Thomas, who's also tallied an interception. And then Parker Upchurch on 3rd and 16 steps up at the 50 and throws a dime to Brady Ross.
And he got bobbled up in the backfield.
Oh, no.
Oh, did they call him down, or is that a fumble?
They may have said he stopped forward progress, so they're not going to rule it a fumble.
Ah, come on.
But it's looking like a good choice to go ahead and kneel things out at the end of the first half, because Brady Ross tips it to himself, beats his man, and gets that Sandy Cross General Merchandise touchdown. So now it's 6-0. Second down at Rockingham's 47, about 13 yards from the line to gain. 6 minutes to remaining in the third quarter as the rain continues to pour at Rockingham County Cougar Pride Stadium. The snap. And number 19 keeps making something out of it before being brought down behind the line to gain. Back-to-back ineffective runs.
And Chukwemeka, he is really altering the snap counts on these plays, trying to get this Cougar defense to jump ahead of the count. But the Cougars are holding fast and remaining disciplined, and they're waiting on that ball to move like you're supposed to.
This defense is just magnificent.
Oh, Robertson has this defense very disciplined. They stay at home on their plays, good coverage in the backfield, and they hit their gaps like you're supposed to.
But is he I thought he was an offensive-minded head coach.
Well, when you worked as a coordinator at Reidsville,
he was a DC though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a DC.
Okay, I was wrong.
He knows defense.
But he was an offensive lineman, but in high school. But he probably played D-line too.
Well, I'll tell you, if you play offense, you learn how to read defenses, and it gives you a better understanding for defense.
Yeah, I forgot he was DC for like 9 years, and they won 4 titles. You know. And then he moved up to head coach, and they won another title in 2009. Thank you guys for listening in. Friday Night Football on a Thursday on RoCo Radio and Rockingham Update. 5:12 to go in the third quarter here at Cougar Pride Stadium. Rockingham with a 6-0 lead on Ben L. Smith. And Chukwemeka rolls out. Ball tips out of his hands. And that'll set up a 4th down and long.
4th down for the Eagles.
4th and 18. They're 2 for 3 on 4th down conversions tonight. Here he goes. The punt is going to go
drive
to the 20 and keep rolling. It takes a Ben L. Smith bounce.
Down to about the 9.
Punt down at the 9. Rockingham County takes over 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the game. Just a reminder, concession stand still open, but located behind the press box. Nowhere else in the county can you feed your family for these prices. Also,
so Rockingham sets up inside their own 10 with 4:55 to go. Play is whistled dead before the snap.
Flag on the play, illegal substitution against the Cougars.
Illegal substitution inside their own 10.
Still 1st down.
The snap in their own end zone. They're going to hand it off for field position, and he busts through. And he lost the football. Ben L. Smith with the recovery inside the 10.
Did they signal it a turnover?
Yes,
yeah,
they did. Oh, no. The ball is slippery, and they hand it off.
And the defense forced to make another goal line stand here.
Ben Smith now with the ball inside the 10. Good news for Rockingham fans, though, is that they're 0 for 2 inside the 10 with a 1st and goal here tonight. And they go heavy set, and he is massively brought down about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That was great penetration into the backfield, and they hit the ball carrier right as it was handed off. Just a great play.
2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line.
A fantastic job in the red zone by the Cougars defense tonight. And 3 receiver set, the toss on the jet sweep. He's going to break 2 tackles, and he's brought
Forced
down.
out of bounds.
So that'll set up another 3rd and goal. They've been so unsuccessful
There's a flag on the play.
inside this 10.
We got a flag. Looks like possibly another hold. Oh, what are they marking this one? Unsportsmanlike conduct, illegal hands to the face on Rockingham.
Personal foul, legal hands to the face.
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear the officials are trying to give Smith this game.
I don't think so. 4 receiver set for Ben Smith. They've got a halfback in the backfield and fumbled the snap. He's going to hold on to it, weaving his way in and out of defenders, but he's brought
Good
down
hit in the backfield.
at the 10-yard line.
22 on the scramble, brought down by number 12, Gage Rexstraw.
Their coach has got to be irate at this red zone offense.
Third down and goal from the 10.
Rakestraw with the big tackle in the backfield there.
Thank you guys for joining us on RoCo Radio. Ben Smith on the 10-yard line, going for it once again. This is the 3rd time tonight, but they put up 0 points when they're inside Rockingham's 10. 4 receiver set. Chukwuemeka is going to throw it, and it pops out of his hands, and the flag flies. 2 flags fly in the end zone.
Apparently, the Rockingham County Cougars are playing the Kansas City Chiefs tonight.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Really? Ben Smith, they're seeking a three-peat with 3 titles?
No, but they're getting the calls.
Okay. I think it just so happens that a team with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time and one of the greatest coaches of all time just happens to get lucky.
Oh, I'll maintain this until from now on they get help.
Okay.
Third down, half the distance.
So now Ben Smith,
After the pass interference
3rd
call, they're on
down,
the 1.
and he smacked.
Quarterback on the keeper.
They have not been able to get anything going.
Look like no gain. Let's look at the spot.
No gain.
That interior of Rockingham County's defensive line is just every time Smith's tried to sneak, they're getting into the backfield and they're getting a hold to the quarterback and they won't let him go forward.
So that sets up a big 4th down at the 5-yard line.
4th down and goal.
And Rockingham County again leaning on their defense for another big stop. Play clock running down.
Timeout. Smith.
Smith takes timeout.
Timeout by Ben Smith gives us a chance to hear from our sponsors.
When you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, hey, this is Tom Russell, General Manager at Impex Chevrolet GMC in Reidsville. That would be unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you're sure to find just what you're looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers, Impex Chevrolet GMC.
Look for the difference.
On Barnes Street in Reidsville and at ImpexChevroletGMC.com.
Two minutes, 23 seconds remaining. Rockingham trying to maintain their 6-0 lead as the Golden Eagles have a 4th down and goal from Rockingham's 5-yard line. 3 times tonight they've had a 1st and goal inside the 10, but haven't been able to convert. And they're in danger of this happening for the 3rd time. Empty backfield, and look at this, Hatley. And unorthodox formation, center offensive line on the other side. He's going to roll out, and Rockingham's defense meets him at the goal line. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. The Rockingham County Cougars with their 3rd goal line stand of the night.
Tried a little trickery there with putting the center by himself with the rest of the offensive line set off to his left and wide receivers out to the right. I saw that same formation against Atkins, and Rockingham County had the answer for it.
Incredible job. So 2 minutes, 15 seconds remain, and Ben L. Smith has gone 0 for 3 on goal line attempts as they, oh no!
What are we doing?
A defensive touchdown! The ball just came out of his hands, and Ben L. Smith recovers it and waltzes in for a 2-yard fumble recovery touchdown. We're all knotted up. 6-6 with 2:09 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And now we need another goal line stand to stop the two-point conversion and maintain the tie.
So the defense hasn't allowed any points.
And the offense gives up 6. Water bucket again.
It failed last time, but they're still going to do it this time on
Well, they might shift the
two-point
formation
conversion.
too. That's a tactic a lot of teams use.
And he misses it.
Bottled up.
6-6. We are still tied.
2 minutes and 9 seconds.
2:09 to go. Rockingham's offense is going to try to put something else on the board.
When you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, hey, this is Tom Russell, General Manager at Impex Chevrolet GMC in Reidsville. That would be unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you're sure to find just what you're looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers, Impex Chevrolet GMC.
Look for the difference.
On Barnes Street in Reidsville and at ImpexChevroletGMC.com.
Welcome back to the broadcast, everyone. Smith Eagles are at their own 40, setting up to kick off to the Rockingham County Cougars. We're knotted up at 6 with 2:09 left to go in the 3rd.
They've got to get something going offensively. Parker Upchurch made that great play, 50-yard touchdown to Brady Ross. As once again, they're not going to use a tee as the rain continues to drench the field and pour down. We're just glad this has gotten to be played.
And it looks like they're going to do that Navy squib again.
If you're joining us back on Facebook, we had some technical difficulties. If it cuts out once again, just join us on YouTube. Not exactly sure what happened there. But if you're just joining us, it's a 6-6 game. Rockingham will be starting this drive at their 47 with 2:09 to go. Thank
Jumped
you
on
for
the squib
listening
kick.
in.
Jumped on the squib kick. Start with good field position.
Yes, sir.
That's almost as good as an onside kick recovery.
.209 to go in the third. A defensive showcase by Rockingham. The only 6 on the board are a fumble recovery returned 3 yards for a touchdown. 3 goal line stands and an interception as the ball is almost dropped. And Rockingham will start this off in way worse field position. That'll set them up for 2nd and 15.
Looks like they lost 5 on that one.
If you're just joining us back in, 6-6 tie ball game. Ben L. Smith versus Rockingham Cougars in Wentworth. It's raining hard, but the fans are still here at Cougar Pride Stadium with 1:40 to go. Rockingham taking their time in the huddle as Parker Upchurch runs back onto the field with the play call. This could go down to the wire, and in down to the wire games, Rockingham's been their best, all of their wins in one possession games, but Ben L. Smith has lost their last 2 games by a combined 11 points. And Parker Upchurch, some miscommunication, and delay of game will back them up even further. Not what you want if you're a Cougars fan. The line to gain is Ben L. Smith's 42, but they're backed up to their own 38. It'll be a 2nd down and 20. Parker Upchurch in the gun, trips receivers on the near side of the field. Fakes the handoff, play action. Upchurch gonna have to take it himself, and he is smacked at the line of scrimmage by the defensive line. 56 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the clock is still running.
Met at the line, looked like a little extracurricular activity after the whistle.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Whether you're on Rockingham Update, RoCo Radio, YouTube, any of our streaming platforms, we are so happy to have you. Half a minute to go in the third quarter. Rockingham taking their time with 17 seconds on the play clock. It's a 6-6 tie ball game. 3rd down and 20 at their own 38. Upchurch in the gun. 3 receivers on the near side. Fakes a handoff. No, he does hand it off. And he's going to make something out of it. Across the 50, 40, first down, 30. Not taken down yet! He gets to the 23-yard line! Oh, what a job!
Sheer will on that carry.
A 49-yard carry! As the clock winds down on the third quarter, they will get a first down at Ben L. Smith's 29.
That's a big carry when you need it, Jay.
Incredible. Incredible.
We'll take over first and 10 from the 24-yard line to start the fourth quarter.
I couldn't tell who that was on the carry, but it was a great run.
Oh, yeah. I don't care who it was. It was incredible.
On sale at the Rock Shop for $5. Get your poncho if you need it.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s for good food. Stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout.
And that 29-yard, or was it 39-yard? That carry at the end of the
well, he went from the 38 to the 23. So
was Jake Chandler.
That would be 27 plus 12, so 39 yards.
39-yarder. There was Chandler on that big carry, and he just kept rumbling.
Now they're going with a 4-receiver set. Haven't seen all that much of that here tonight. They've usually left the far side of the field empty. And they draw them off sides with ease.
Flag on the play. Offsides against the Eagles.
Yep, and that's
5-yard penalty.
Smith did that a lot against Atkins, trying to anticipate the snap count and get into that backfield a little bit early.
Once again, same look, 3 receivers on the near side, 1 receiver on the far side. Upchurch going to
Direct
roll
snap.
out. Oh, it's Thomas this time. He gets to the 15, forward progress, and they're going to stop it there.
James Thomas on the keep, number 11.
Looked like a gain of 2 on the play.
Thank you guys for listening in on YouTube. 11:30 to go in the game with a 6-6 tie ball game. First and 17. Rockingham driving, first down and about 2 at the 17. Rockingham trying to drive into Ben L. Smith territory as he breaks a tackle and keeps going. What a job right there on the direct snap and a keeper.
No gain, 3rd down.
Breaking that tackle to make it not a tackle for loss. That could have been bad right there.
Yeah, we got 3rd and 2 coming up.
Rain pouring down, sun has set, lights are on, and it's a 6-6, 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game.
Tell you, Chandler's been rolling on those straight ahead handoffs. That might be the go-to on this one.
And Chandler is going to bust up the middle and keep going
Good for
a
about 10
big
yards.
first and goal. And now you just have to limit the mistakes. You can't fumble it right here, and that's been the problem tonight.
1st and goal for the Cougars.
I'll tell you, we hadn't seen a lot of Jake Chandler this season. It's been mostly Dela Cruz and Bryant out of the backfield, but he's really stepped up tonight. It's been that next man up mentality.
And he fakes the handoff and gets inside the 5. A nice job right there. 9:48 to go. Now it's going to be 2nd and goal inside the 5 as Rockingham huddles up. Rockingham in all black uniforms. The rain is pouring down. They're moving right to left at Cougar Pride Stadium as Ben L. Smith tries to do.
And I can see Coach Robertson trying to milk this clock down as much as he can.
It makes sense. And here he goes. The handoff. Smacked.
And they met him right at the line.
That'll set up 3rd down.
Possibly a loss on that play.
And Ben L. Smith trying to give Rockingham a taste of their own medicine. Rockingham has stopped them 3 times on 1st and goals. And now with Rockingham in the red zone for the first time tonight,
3rd and
they're
goal
trying
from
to
about
score.
4. Cougars taking their time getting up to the line.
Melita Hatley telling us in the comments, West Stokes has 17 points. Moorhead has 6. 10 personnel. And they draw him off sides.
Another offside. And that'll move them up half the distance to the goal.
The distance to the goal remains 3rd down.
So now we're at 3rd and goal from about the 2.
But it doesn't set it back to an automatic 1st down, so it'll still be a difficult moment. Here we go. 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining.
18 on the play clock, and Cougars have still not broken the huddle.
They are just milking this thing down as far as they can.
Well, let's see if they're planning on just running the play clock down to 1 and calling timeout.
And timeout
That's what they
called
do.
by Doug Robertson. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit ancoracc.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora's Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journeys towards successful seasons. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that is ready when you are? Kooler Ice is county-wide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan, 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. Visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Struhl's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville, located at 1509 South Scales Street, or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden, located at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting fresh ice, available 24/7 at all locations, 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh ice and water ready when you are. And handoff on 3rd and goal is stopped short. Oh boy. This could be the 4th time tonight that a team has a 1st and goal and fails.
And an update from our other station with Joe Dexter and David Woods. They just reached the half over at Moorhead High School in Eden. And now we're going to see
they're going to kick it.
Rockingham attempt a field goal. About a 20-yarder.
He's going to just get it over.
He got it.
He puts it through the uprights.
He got it.
Lead.
7 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Just barely, but that's all that counts to get the 3 points.
Between the uprights and over the crossbar is all it takes.
Yes, sir. You know that very well. You're a former kicker yourself. That was number 23. Do you have who that is?
Appeared to be Jackson Ray.
Jackson Ray. I was looking at him coming into the season, but we just didn't see him as much as we expected we would see. And, you know, that's one of those kicks. You know, I'm a guy who loves kickers. I don't think he makes that if he's 5 yards further back. 7:16 to go in the game, and Jackson Ray kicks a field goal just over the crossbar to put him up 9-6. And I don't think we'll see any more ties. Ben Smith has not been kicking it whatsoever.
No, they...
This may just be score changes, no ties available. And he boots it end over end at the 25. This return will be west to east. Keeps going, weaves in and out of the defenders, and he keeps going. A nice return all the way
and we got
to the
flags
45,
down.
But Laundry is on the field, and there's a man injured.
Looks like we might have some holding here on the return.
David Wood's been listening in at halftime for Moorhead, and he thinks that I'm lying, but I don't hate kickers, guys. I promise you. I promise.
Your group chat history determines that is a lie.
That's not true, guys. This is slander. This is libel. Did you hear how excited I got when Jackson Ray made the kick? Just because I don't think he should have kicked it from 5 yards further back. You guys think I hate kickers.
Two penalties against the Eagles in play, both holds. First one's declined, second one's accepted. Be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and Eagles will take over. First and 10.
And let's see where they're going to mark the penalty. Looks like 10 yards from the spot of the foul. The spot of the foul was the 45, so Ben L. Smith will... Oh, no.
They keep moving back.
The spot of the foul was the 35 or the 36, so then...
Here we go.
Okay, they're deciding where to spot it.
4 down territory. They start this drive
Make up your mind, Mr. Official.
26. 7 minutes, 6 seconds to go as Ben L. Smith is going to hand it off on a jet sweep on their first play of the drive. He's brought out of bounds on play number 1.
Brought down.
4 down territory. We haven't seen him punt it off except for maybe once.
Clock remains running. Rockingham managed to keep it in bounds.
6:43 to go.
And Ben L. Smith doesn't seem to be in a big hurry to get up to the line.
Rain is pouring down, and I think it's smart. I think you try for your last drive here with the way Rockingham can milk the clock. They've got a 4 receiver set, 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Quarterback in shotgun formation just 5 yards back.
The danger there is you've still got to try to
almost
pick
fumbles
up.
the snap, and then he throws it, an ugly throw behind the line of scrimmage, has to reverse routes, and he is brought down at the 27. Maybe got back to where it wasn't a tackle for loss, and if it was an insignificant number. That sets up a big 3rd down.
And a loss on the play. Looked like a loss of 1.
Loss of 1, 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles.
Rain is drenching everybody outside of this luxurious press box.
And the danger with trying to milk the clock against a defense like Rockingham is you still got to pick up first downs to get down the field.
Exactly.
And they've been stingy all night.
So here they go. 3rd down and long. 5-man front from Rockingham. They're showing blitz. They're going to try to get to him. Oh, no! A man gets on him! Oh, no!
Oh, he just missed the sack and he threw it away.
Just missed him. He was so close. That was John Perez, who already registered a sack this season. The 6'2", 205 sophomore trying to get his 2nd sack. Nevertheless, that brings up a big 4th down decision for the Golden Eagles.
And he just missed Chukwuemeka's shoelaces going for that tackle.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening in. Rockingham Update, RoCo Radio, YouTube, any of our streaming platforms. We are grateful to have you as there are 5.5 minutes remaining and Ben L. Smith bringing their punt team on the field. We haven't gotten to call as many Sandy Cross touchdowns as we would like, but I'm not done with this double cola yet from Sandy Cross. It's amazing. I'm telling you. I think it might be better than Pepsi and Coke.
I'll have to take your word for it on that one, Jay. I'd like to try one of those next time we do a Rockingham game.
It's like less sweet and more of a punch. It's good.
I'll bring the drinks next time.
I don't like how you said that. 5:24 to go. And a penalty on Ben L. Smith, so that puts him even further out of reach of trying to convert a 4th down.
And they've already faked one punt tonight. Let's see if they're going to try it again.
I'm a little bit nervous. He fumbles the snap, but he gets it off clean. It bounces at the 50, takes a Ben L. Smith bounce, and they're going to try to return it. He just goes out of bounds. Brady Ross, who has the only touchdown tonight, gets to about the 50-yard line-ish with 5:14 to go. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store located at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County. They're celebrating their 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline at the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin store, visit them on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross Merchandise. First play of the drive is whistled dead.
False start on Rockingham.
With 5:12 to go.
And that'll back the Cougars up 5 yards.
Nine to 6.
And the Cougars need to
The
get this
Rockingham County
playoff,
Cougars
get the
are
clock
ahead.
rolling.
Nine 6 Cougars on 1st down and 15. 4 receivers set. They're going to hand it off, and Jake Chandler, his forward progress was stopped even though he broke some tackles. Rockingham's sideline and fans not pleased with that. So with 4:59 to go and the clock still winding down, Rockingham is trying to stop Ben L. Smith from a comeback and put the final nail in the coffin with a touchdown right here. They're at their own 40-yard line, moving right to left with a 9-6 3-point lead after the field goal by Jackson Ray. Just got over the crossbar for a score. Receiver in motion. He's going to hand it off to number 3 on a jet sweep, but he is brought down at the 40. Tyler Walker, the 5'10", 145 senior on the run, is just slammed down, and that sets up about a 3rd and 15. 4:19 to go.
And Rockingham County's going to use up every ounce of this clock that they can.
And it may be to their own detriment if they don't get the playoff in time, which we've seen a couple of times tonight with delay of games. Rockingham taking their sweet time.
Well, the clock's been stopped
4:19 to go. Clock stopped. 9-6 lead.
Looks like we
Cougars
got a
over
flag
the
down
Ben
on
O.
the
Smith.
field on the far side.
And that'll go against the Golden Eagles.
We had a personal foul.
Oh, boy. Golden Eagles already had some trouble with their defense being mature tonight, and now they're backed up.
And now we're up to a 2nd and very manageable 4 after the 15-yard penalty.
I believe it'll be 3rd down according to the signal.
Oh, it is 3rd down.
3rd and 4. Big opportunity here for Rockingham. Trips receivers on the far side, a split end on the near side, and there's a halfback. Parker Upchurch in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand it off. No, he fakes it, tosses it up for a 1st down. Cuts across and gets a 1st down. A broken play. Upchurch shovels it for an Osborne Baptist Church one-way cafe 1st down. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by One Way Cafe, located at Osborne Baptist Church in Eden. Join us for delicious coffee and fresh, made-to-order food Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. One Way Cafe, helping people love Jesus and everyone else. Timeout called. I'd also like to thank Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County, and Circle Drive-In in Eden, who serves the best hot dogs in Rockingham County. Kooler Ice as well, Sandy Cross General Merchandise, Rockingham Update. Thank you to all our sponsors. And the aforementioned Circle Drive-In is located at 111 Boone Road in Eden. They're your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by the Circle Drive-In's old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s for good food. Stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the traffic circle. We're all about the old stuff here at RoCo Radio. We got the drive-in, we got the glass bottle sodas, the general merchandise, Sandy Cross.
Hey, it's the beauty of living and growing up in a small town in the South.
100%.
You know, we still
Timeout called by Smith.
we've still got the old style drive-in restaurants, drive-in movie theaters.
There's only one
log
here in
cabin
Albemarle,
stores.
right? Am I wrong about that?
I believe it's in Baden, and I think there's one around Walkertown
But
somewhere.
there was one in Albemarle, but a couple of them have shut down. I think there's only like 2 operating right now.
You might be right on that.
Yeah.
I would have to look into it.
Fantastic game here tonight. 9-6, Rockingham with the lead. And a big 1st down. Parker Upchurch extends a broken play. And now with 1:50 to go. It's
that pass to Tyler Walker on that 1st down play that appeared to be just a broken play, but goes enough for a 1st down.
3 minutes, 50 seconds remain for Ben O. Smith to mount a comeback. Rockingham's offense jogs back onto the field after Ben O. Smith. The Golden Eagles call a timeout. Jake Chandler will be in the backfield, and Parker Upchurch will be taking the snap. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 receivers far side. They're running that spread. Meanwhile, there's a 5-man front defense showing blitz. That is the Golden Eagles. Upchurch in the gun. Receiver in motion on the far side. Not a jet sweep. He's going to hand it off to Jake Chandler, who busts through and gets a first down.
He's close. Looks like they marked it a yard short.
About 9.5 yards on that up-the-gut run by Jake Chandler. A nice job right there. Jake Chandler, the only one returning in this Rockingham-Ben L. Smith rivalry from last year's team that got a touch in the game.
And Chandler has shown out tonight. He's had some good runs from scrimmage, and he's been tough to bring down all night.
Here we go. And maybe the second down's a blessing in disguise because you get another down to run the clock down. 3:08 to go. That's what we're watching right now, that clock, as the handoff is a first down. And he gets to the 27. First down and 10 with 3 minutes remaining as the clock stops. 9-6 Rockingham lead over the Ben L. Smith Golden Eagles as Rockingham seeks their second conference win of the year and their fourth win in 5 games. Thursday night football, the rain pouring down. Thankfully, we got to play this game. I was a little bit worried about it as Rockingham looks to capitalize. 2 receivers far side, 2 receivers near side. He's got a halfback with him, and Upchurch is just going to hand it off, an easy handoff right there up the A-gap as somebody throws something.
Looked like somebody's shoe. That's just Bush League.
You know how it is. It's football. Eventually a shoe's going to go flying 10 yards into the backfield now and then.
Yeah, especially when the opposing team picks it up after they ripped it off your foot and throws it back there.
Odd to say the least. Trips receivers on the far side, a split end on the near side as they move right to left at the 25 of Ben L. Smith. 1:50 to go as they try to hang on to this lead. Second down, Upchurch hands it off, and this may not be enough to move the chains, but it's a quality 3.5-yard run. Thank you guys for listening in. I'd like to thank our partners, Ancora Compassionate Care, Sandy Cross General Merchandise, Impex Auto Sales, Kooler Ice, Circle Drive-In, and Rockingham Update, our streaming partner. As a timeout is called by Ben L. Smith, a big third down for the Rockingham County Cougars. A pivotal moment in tonight's matchup with 1:41 to go.
Yeah, 3rd and 6, and you're getting deep into Smith territory at their 21-yard line. You know, you pick up first down, you get down to the 15, and I'm not sure how many timeouts Smith has left. It can't be more than 1, I would guess. You know, you pick up the first down here, and you can phone this one in for the night.
About 2 yards short, what'd you say? About 2 yards short, what'd you say?
About 2 yards short. I mean, they're 3rd and 6 right now.
Well, the ball is spotted up there. That's not 3rd and 6, is it? Oh, yeah, okay. It feels like it's spotted at...
Timeout.
And Rockingham County takes a timeout.
Look at where the ball is spotted. It looks like it's spotted at the 22.
And it looks the 21.
And the line to gain, that marker...
It's down about the 15.
Okay. I was thinking it was on the 19 for some reason. All right, timeout.
Yeah, the middle of the field's
again.
gotten so chewed up, it's hard to see the yard lines at this point.
This rain is pouring down. These fans have stayed for it, though. A lot of the band members, they haven't gotten to play on the field tonight. Don't want to get those instruments wet.
But you can tell that most of the action tonight has been to our left, down toward the pole vault side of the field.
Missed opportunities are the name of the game tonight, as Rockingham looks to hold on for 101 more seconds to this 9-6 lead over Ben L. Smith. Now he brings in 2 halfbacks. It's 21 personnel with 2 receivers set. 3rd and 6. Back in motion. Upchurch going to hand it off, and He gets almost there.
It's got to be close.
Almost.
And he was brought down hard on that.
Maybe half a yard short with a minute and a half remaining.
That looked like a belly-to-belly suplex on that tackle.
That's enough for a first down.
They call it
And they
first
marked it a
down.
first down.
That could do it. The Rockingham County Cougars are well on their way to holding on.
They're lined up in a victory formation from shotgun.
This is
Got a deep man back. And they'll take the knee.
the Rockingham County Cougars are going to improve to 2-0 on the year in conference play and 4-1 overall, as Coach Doug Robertson will put up his 118th career win with his 6th different school.
That's impressive, Jay.
A top 40 in the state
over 100
amongst
wins.
active coaches.
Yeah, over 100 wins over a career. That's just an
Incredible.
impressive number.
Especially there's only about 10 games per year as the fans erupt.
And they have kneeled on it for the last time.
The Rockingham County Cougars battle the weather. They battle Ben L. Smith 3 times. They were inside their own 10-yard line, Ben L. Smith driving, and the Cougars defense made the difference. So with rain pouring down on a Thursday evening, the Rockingham County Cougars are going to beat the Ben L. Smith Golden Eagles for the 4th time in 4 years with a 9-6, another defensive score. The 2nd game in a row that they've won, scoring only single digits.
Hey, maybe I had the script tonight. I said the Cougar defense needed to step up, and they were going to be the difference makers in this game. And 3 goal line stands later, it was just an impressive defensive effort, and the offense got done what they needed to get done tonight.
A great job by the Rockingham County Cougars. A 9-6 win. The past 2 games, they've scored 18 points, and they've only allowed 14. A great defensive job by the team.
Oh, absolutely. Their defense has kept them in these close games and has stepped up big time. Every time there's been a close game, they've won every one-possession game that they've played this year.
They should be proud of themselves. 9-6. I just can't believe it. Once again, their defense steps up. Doug Robertson says he doesn't care about the team, about the score. He just cares about the team winning. And that was summed up in this score.
And they're living that right now.
Thank you guys for listening in, whether it be on RoCo Radio, Rockingham Update, or YouTube.
2nd game in a row with only 9 points scored by the offense,
And
and
they've
they've
won
both been
both.
good for victories.
2 conference games, scoring only 9 points, and they're 2-0. As they celebrate on the field, they should definitely celebrate tonight. They beat the weather, rain coming down, and they keep fighting through.
Again, this Ben L. Smith Eagles squad played them tough all throughout the game. They had some good offensive series in the first half, and they looked like they might get it into the end zone, and Rockingham County's defense just stepped up big, made 3 goal line stands, and just managed to keep Smith out of the end zone except for Smith's defense. Their only touchdown comes from their defense.
And the touchdown was when the offense fumbled the ball inside their own 10 because, bad field position. You've got it inside your own 10 and you fumble the ball.
Yeah, that's a tough.
But they only had it inside their own 10 because of Smith not being able to convert inside that 10. And I'm sure that their coach is going to have some words with them about that.
Oh, I'm certain. And, you hate to lose a close game like this because you felt like you had the opportunities to win it. And, Rockingham County's defense stepped up big, and they stepped up in the big situations and made this win happen just out of sheer will.
Thank you guys so much for listening in. A 9-6 Cougars win on a Thursday night football game as Rockingham improves to 2-0 in conference play. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week, next Friday night, hopefully, unless there's more weather delays. We're just glad this game got to be played. Any last words about the game, Hatley?
Coach Robertson's team stepped up on defense like they always seem to do, and their offense got enough done to get the victory. And that pass play,
Oh, yeah.
with Upchurch to Ross to get that only Cougar touchdown, we've seen that before this season. We saw it against McMichael, a long pass down the field, and it worked.
3rd and 16, Upchurch had been taken out of the game for 2 plays. You're at your 50. Upchurch not rattled by the fact that he was taken out for the first 2 plays of the half. He steps up in the pocket at the 50-yard line, makes the throw. Brady Ross, single coverage. He has to beat one man. He tips the ball to himself, buys himself some time, grabs the ball, and marches in for a Sandy Cross General Merchandise score. Thank you guys so much for listening. Rockingham wins 9-6.
Thanks for listening to Friday Night Football on RoCo Radio with Jay Ramey and Jonathan Hatley. To find out where Jay and Jonathan will be next week, visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, or listen in on RoCo Radio during the week to find out where our broadcast will be. Friday Night Football coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Kooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Kooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Kooler Ice dispenser at Shules Home at 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scale Street, or Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Kooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. Kooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. Friday Night Football Under the Lights is brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987. Providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness, Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most, make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local football teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. Tonight's coverage of high school football is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, chuck wagon, and so much more. Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store, located at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Tonight's game is brought to you by Impex Chevrolet GMC, located at 2009 Barn Street in Reidsville. When you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, look for the difference at Impex Chevrolet GMC. We have an unbeatable selection and world-class service. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles of every model, shape, and price range. With our big city selection and small town hospitality, you are sure to find just what you are looking for. Shop at one of North Carolina's biggest and best dealers. That's Impex Chevrolet GMC at 2009 Barn Street or at ImpexChevroletGMC.com. Friday Night Football coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash open 24/7 and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 4 years in a row. And Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcasts, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, including local meeting coverage, sports, local nonprofit news, events, and more, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. For a full list of programming and to watch live, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv. Thanks for listening tonight. You can catch our post-game show recapping every single week. The local gridiron can be found on our social media pages on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, and on YouTube by searching for RoCo Radio. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday night under the lights on RoCo Radio, your home for all the hits and local sports.